Hi everyone, it's Mish here and welcome to my channel. If you're new, thanks so much for stopping by, and if you are returning, one of my crafty friends and kindred spirits, I thank you for joining me again today. We are going to be doing another page in our Daphne's Diary Gluebook journal. This we started, gonna say June of 2023. It's over a year and a half now that we've been working in the journals. I started with this one here, and then this one got to the point that we really couldn't put any more into it. So we started our second journal. And if you are interested in any of these pages, I do have them in my playlist on my channel. I still love that one too. So a lot of these I don't often look through this anymore, except when I'm doing the filming of the video. And I kind of like doing the interactive pages and stuff, for sure. Oh, that was the Velcro one that we did of the houses that flip down for journal cards. So that was our first one. I'll get that out of the way for a minute. And then we created a second journal, which we're working in now. And this is coming along nicely too. It has some of my favorite pages as well. There's just something about, I'm doing more of like a double spread, which I quite like. Love that one. And then I really love I love that one that we did last week. And then I love the Christmas ones. This one keeps getting caught because I've got a dimensional there. I think I gotta push that down or something. I wonder what I think this is getting caught underneath there is what it is. But I love that scene too. So I already have my background papers down for today's spread, and I am going to be using the images out of number 1. So I've already cut a bunch of stuff out. I really loved this girl on the inside cover, so I really loved her. So I've already cut her out. And then on the opposite page, I think I'm in too close of a zoom. On the opposite page was this table. So I've cut the table out as well. And then there were a bunch of these little flower things, which I've cut out. I went to the poster. Oh, I've got a strip of this, which was around the recipe cards. There's always recipe cards, but on the flip side was this kind of ginghamy, which I really liked, and it went with, I felt, the little flower things. And then I was looking for something else to kind of go with the spread, and I get this sorted out here. I went to the poster, and on the poster for this week, there was this fireplace. So I kind of thought maybe the fireplace might work. So I cut that out. And then as I was creating the scene, I saw these little birds on the back cover. So we're going to make use of these little birds. Okay, there was 3 of them from back here. And then I thought, well, we need something else to kind of embellish the scene. And I was thinking, what could I put? And then I thought about, well, what if there's something on the back wall? So there was this, from here, I cut out this little vase that we're going to use. Again, it has some of the same colors. And then there was the last thing, I think, that we're going to use is, there was a picture on the wall. I did cut out some flowers here, but it didn't really go. So I'm not going to use that. But there was, I should have marked the page. think we're coming to it. Right here. There was this picture on the wall, and that's this picture here. It was the best picture I could find. So we're going to make use of all that stuff. So I already have, like I said, the background down, and I felt like this black and white background would really let the images pop. All right, so that's kind of why I went with this, and this was just from a paper pad that I had. I'm going to I'm not going to put this all the way across. I'm going to put this in 2 strips just so that it'll, or do I need to? I'm just afraid that it's just going to crease and stuff if I don't. So just let me get this little strip down. And this is, for me, it's like a grounding strip. That things can actually set on. And if you wanted to, you could use the rest of this, because there's quite a bit of it, that you could frame the whole thing if you wanted to. But I'm just a bit short there, but I'm okay with that. Oops, it's upside down. I wanted the little jagged edge here to be on the upside. Okay, so that's good. I cut it just a wee bit short on there, but fine with that. And then get this side down. Okay, so that's a grounding strip. There we go. All right, so we have that down. And then let's just start with this girl. I kind of hemmed and hawed about this side here. And I had originally cut the sofa off because I thought I was going to put her lower. But what I did is I just took some Scotch tape and I taped it back on. You can't hardly see that there, you can see a bit of a line, but not that I would worry. And I'm thinking to put it kind of right on top of there. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it a tuck spot. So I'm not going to glue it all the way down. Now, I don't think we're going to make any journal cards today, but I always come across images that I think would be good as journal cards. So I'm just going to leave that there in case maybe later I want to add something there. So I'm just going to do the 2 sides. I'm going to go along the bottom. I'm not sure if this glue will. This is just Elmer's glue, the glue all. It's not the school glue. And it's usually pretty good for tacking things down. So I'm just going to tack that down about there. Okay, and I cut it deliberately so that it kind of looks a little bit jagged there. You could have cut that straight if you wanted. And we'll just leave that. Just leave that like that. Okay, and then, so then on the other side, I want to put this little table. And this is where I was thinking, okay, do I want to put this fireplace up in here? And then I said no to myself, no, I just didn't feel that, I just didn't feel it. Now you could put it lower and then put the table on dimensionals so that it looks like that's sitting in front of the fireplace, but could also put a little rug there. I just wasn't feeling that, so I've left it off. So I'm going to put the little table down, but for now I'm just going to do the middle of it just in case I want to tuck something underneath it. So I'm just going to kind of get that down. But then this is where I was racking my brain about, well, what about a picture on the wall? And I kind of liked that picture on the wall. I thought that was, I don't know, just was kind of refreshing. The other thing, I went to my stash and I got some cotton lace. And I love, love, love this cotton lace. So I thought that I would do a little bit of a trim at the top to kind of give some texture. And so I'm thinking that will probably sit below that. So I'm just going to get the lace down. If I can get the top off my bottle. This ice has been melting, so there's all, oh, I wasn't paying attention. All that stuff come flying at the top of that. So I'm using the Fabri-Tac. Gosh, I don't know why this is so, wow, just hang on a second. It's getting all over the place. It's just like pouring out the top of my bottle, and I don't store my bottle upside down, so I'm not really sure what's going on with that there, but let's see what's happening. Things stuck all over the place. Okay, let's try this. Yeah, so it's 5 degrees today, I think. So the ice has slowly started to melt. There's still, it's probably like a couple inches thick now, as opposed to, it was about 6 to 8 inches thick on my driveway. And tomorrow, this is going to come out tomorrow, hopefully, or Friday, but tomorrow is Thursday, today's Wednesday, but tomorrow, Thursday, we're supposed to get some weather. I think it's supposed to start as some snow, but then it's going to change to a heavy rain event and wind. So thought about cutting that, but I don't think I need to. With this is a bit pliable, so hopefully that'll be fine. Okay, isn't that so cute? My gosh, that's just so feminine. I love it. Okay, so we'll get, I think that just sets that right off. Okay, all these things are sticking to my fingers. My thumb is still trying to heal at that big hunk. And then what I went and did, I was doing some stuff for the Anna Green Gables album. And on my paper trimmer, I just cut a big cut in my finger. So now both of my fingers hurt. Oh. Okay, so let's get this down. And you guys are always so sympathetic to me. I just love it. You guys are the best people. Right, so where are we going to put this? Let me see. Do I want it over to, I think I kind of want it over to the, well, that kind of makes, that's kind of nice. But what about there? Or there? I don't know, I kind of like it there, because then that seems more like a room as opposed to kind of off to the side. But I do have a couple other things. So I have a couple of these little flowers. So I have 3 of those. And then I have my birds. So I have 3 birds here, and I have this little flower vase. So I thought the flower vase could kind of go there. Could either go behind, but I like it in front. So I think that will go kind of like there. And then I have these 3 birds. So this one here, I liked him because he was looking down. Look at his little feet. He was looking down at her, and he was just watching her as she's just wistfully looking out the window at the winter snow. And then I have these 2 who are having a conversation. They're having a little coffee date. And they are deep in conversation. They're wondering what's going to happen with the weather. And they're inside all snug as a bug. So I'm kind of thinking, yeah, I kind of like it like that. So let's get our picture down. And if you wanted to, you could add more. I was going to put, and I still might put, I think I will, put a doily underneath over here. But you could also put like a little doily or Oh, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to get some of my gold thread, because I love using my gold thread. And I'm just going to take my picture and I'm going to put a little bit of double-sided tape there. And then I'm just going to loop it around so that when I turn the page, it just catches, it's going to catch the light a little bit, which is always nice to bring light into your art journals, your junk journals, whatever. Your glue books, collage book, whatever you want to call this book. Okay, and then just going to wrap that around there so that when we put it here, you can see subtly, it doesn't pick it up a lot on camera, but we'll have a little bit of that gold thread. So I'm just going to take some of my glue, and I don't want to put a lot of glue on this because it's only magazine paper and it will warp a lot. So I'm just putting enough that's going to tack it all down, and you don't really need a lot for sure. And then let's get this right about, let's get this right about here, I think, up top. When I was younger, many moons ago, when we used to put pictures on the wall, we used to put them quite up high. I don't know why, it just seemed the trend. It wasn't just in my mother's house. And then, but nowadays we bring them down a lot lower. And I think that's so much better, because then you can actually see your pictures. Okay, so then with this little guy, I'm going to put him, I think I'm just going to glue his little feet like that. So I'm only going to put, and hopefully it will hold it, I'm only going to put some glue on his little feet. His little birdie feet. And he's looking down. And he's just watching her. And then for my doily, now I didn't think about this until now. So I'm going to try to figure out where my doilies are. Oh, here they are. In my bin marked doilies. Okay, so I've got a number of different doilies, but I'm thinking we could do, I don't know what color I have here. So we could do like a little pink one. What would that look like? Nope. I think I'm going to go just with white, because I think white, if anything's going to go, the white one's going to go. So, although that's a nice color, it's a little bit peachy. I'm not sure. No, I think it kind of clashes a little bit. If I had one kind of that color, but I don't, and green's not really going to go, so let's just go with this one here. And we don't even have to go with a full one. Get that out of the way. We don't even have to go. See how it looks. This Band-Aid on my thumb is really inhibiting my, there we go. Okay, so then if we put that doily kind of there, I do like that. Put it down a little bit though. Like so. Alright, I'm just going to set that there for now. But I think I do like that. If you're not into doilies, then that's fine. Kind of like it like that. And I think the doily and the little cotton lace just go together pretty good. So I'm really not going to put, I don't think, anything behind this table. I'm trying to think if I have something. Not really. I think I'm good there. So I think I'm going to actually just glue that down the rest of the way. Okay, get that down nice and solid. Get our little leg down here. I bought Chester a new brush. So he's quite long-haired and thick-haired. So he is like a bit of a lion. So I have this brush, but I saw this one course online, and it actually lets out a bit of steam. You can put some water in it. It's not hot. It just lets out a mist so that, like, when I'm brushing him, there's so much hair that's getting loose and flying around, like not the kitchen, but out in the living room area. And I thought, well, this would work well. So I had it charged up. It's a USB charge thing. And I did it for the first time today. And I'll tell you, when I first turned it on, you can hear like the hissing of the water. And I thought, okay, this isn't going to work because he's going to take right off when he hears that. But once I started brushing him with it, he was right obsessed with it. Like, he just loves it. So I thought, well, that's good. And I think it worked well. It made his coat look really nice. Okay, so we've got our little friends. This is me and you guys having our little conflab over a nice cup of coffee. I think the world's problems can be solved over a cup of coffee. Oh, that's so cute. Look at the little ones going. Twitter, Twitter, Twitter. Okay, so I know I get silly, don't I? Where did our flowers go? But I'm so serious in the other parts of my life that it's just nice to just chill out with friends. All right, so I'm going to get this under here. Oh, but what I'm going to do before I put that in there, so I'm going to reach in my desk here. I'm going to get, oops, a piece of deli paper. I'm just going to stick in here. Like so. And then I'll get this down. First of all, though, I liked it a little bit hanging over there and a little bit up there. So that's whereabouts I like it. Okay. So we'll just let that dry a minute. And then we have our little flowers. And I was thinking we could put a little flower like there, maybe. I have this one here, which I was thinking to go over there, and then we could put one like down there. All right, let's put that in there. The time, so I'm in Nova Scotia, Halifax, Nova Scotia, and I believe the time goes ahead soon. I woke up this morning, it was 6 o'clock and it was very bright out. And I thought, oh wow, you can really notice now. I always find towards the end of February you can notice that the days are getting longer. The daylight hours, I should say. Alright, so I can either, I think I can put that there. Or we could leave it off if you think if it's too much. Yeah, I think I'll leave it off. I mean, I could put it up there. I think that looks good like that. All right, so what are we going to do to embellish? Again, I didn't pull out my, I'll save that. I didn't pull out my little gems. So what could we do? Well, we'll put little gems on for sure. Just let me pull these out here. Oh, look, that was exactly what I needed, just that there. I got these at a little craft store in Windsor. So do I want those though, or would I rather... You know, I think I would rather either a little pearl or an actual sparkly gem, because I like the gems. Now these are mother of pearl pearls, so they have a nice little, that little sheen on them, which might be nice. So as you guys know, I've been doing the whole 30. So I started February the 1st, and the whole 30 is just eating. Why can't that? Oh, those are all falling all over the place. But I want it to, let's just use one and see what if we like it. I do like it. Okay, I'm going to use those. Because those are just small, but you can't really see it on the camera, but they've got like that little mother of pearl sheen to it. Okay, we'll put that there. And then there's a couple here, so why don't we just put a few down here at the bottom of the page. I'll put a little row of 3, which I think will look nice. But the whole 30 is going good. So today is February the 26th. I've been 26 days of eating completely clean. No dairy, no grains at all, like no rice, no wheat, no quinoa, nothing grainy, but just proteins and fruit and vegetables. And I'm really liking it. I think I'm going to put, well, of course we're going to get out the Wink Stella because we love our Stella. I love my Stella. So if you don't know what Wink Stella is, it's just an aqua writer that has glitter in it, and when the glitter dries, or when the water dries, it just leaves this lovely little sheen. So I'm just going to squeeze it a bit just to get some more out onto some more of that glitter out. And then I'm thinking I'll do some of this, I'm going to do this tree so that when the page is turned, it will be glittery. I can see it getting down there now. Because then it's kind of like the snow is glistening on the outside. There's some little trees here. So we'll do some here. She's looking out at a couple of those little snowflakes. Now we could take some of the little gems if you want it and make them like they were little snowflakes. Yeah, maybe we'll do that. Okay, but I don't know if you guys can see that. If I can get there, you can kind of see, you can't see the effect, but you can see the glossiness of it. Actually, I might put some more, get it really. Yeah, that's better. I gave it a really good squeeze, but I didn't squeeze it really good on my paper because the last time I did that, it flooded. Yeah, oh, that's much better. Oh, look at that. That might be able to be picked up a lot better. Yeah, that's nice. Okay, so then I have these little, these ones here that are really little. They're starting to, and we can maybe put some of these oops, if I can not waste them by pinging them all over the place. These ones are better because they have a wider grasping area. Yeah, I kind of like those because they are wee little. And if we just put maybe like 4. Like so. Like there. So that'd be kind of cute, like the snow is falling down a little bit. Now with her, I don't think we could take our marker. So with our little birds, we could take a gel pen. And I always try to write on something first. We could take a gel pen just to gel them up a bit, and then they'll have a little bit of a, oh, that's nice. They'll have a little bit of a blinginess. And this looks like it's matching. I hope my head's not getting in the way. This color is matching these birds quite well. This color is one of the jelly rolls. I got this at Michael's. It's Jelly Roll Metallic. And the color, it just says metallic, but it's like a blue. It's kind of like a glittery blue cap. And I do like how that looks, because you can't hardly tell. But when I turn the page some, there's a bit of, it's just kind of nice. It's really subtle. And with this guy up here, we need to bring him to life a little bit. That's better. So that's a little better with him. And down his leg a little bit. Okay, and then we need to think about a saying, which I forgot. I forgot again about sayings. So let's just look through. Oh, that's not a saying book. Let's just grab this. And what should we say? No beauty shines brighter than that of a good heart. Life doesn't have to be perfect to be wonderful, which is true. Keep some room in your heart for the unimaginable. It's always the small pieces that make the big picture. Oh, I like that because I think it's relevant to this. You know, you have all these small pieces that then make an overall picture. And that's how true it is of life too, is that oftentimes it's not the grand gestures that people make, but the consistent little small effort. So yeah, so I'm really happy with this week's collage. So I hope you enjoyed our little craft along. I'd love for you to subscribe if you haven't already and give me a like. But yeah, so that is it for now. I was going to show what I got at Value Village because some of you are interested, but I don't have that ready. So that will come up in a future video, maybe on Sunday's Marguerite Miller, or I am going to be posting another of the album videos here soon. So I'll show it then. But until we meet again, I do hope you stay safe and well. You're always in my prayers, and bye for now.